Hey, hey. It's always a black man's dream, right? Either sports or music. That's all we get, right? So you said sports actually got opted out for you because you injured yourself. So why did you choose to come back to music, and why do you feel as though this is where you're supposed to be?
I've been singing since age 5, and with that running in my family, I learned a little bit about my heritage and where I come from, but it runs in my blood. So when I got hurt, it was real bad because I was a top recruit, and God led me in another direction. I mean, I've been homeless. I've been in situations where I had no one, but you got to go through something to get somewhere. You know. But that's basically how I started back music, man. I love, with me being raised in the church, I love expressing my feelings. I love saying what women can't say. I'm a voice for women, but I'm a man that sing about women and love, because God is love. So that's where I come from. That's how I started back singing music, basically. From the church, I lost, I was always stayed in the Bible, but I lost contact with who I was as a person because I was always struggling and trying to do the right thing by other people, but no one did the right thing by me. So that's how I started.
Well, I'm glad you touched on that because that's another thing too, especially like when people see, me sit down with celebrities and stuff like that, they get excited, like, oh my gosh, she's with whoever, and it's like you have no idea what I had to go through before the camera even came on for me to even get there. Like, people don't even know what had to go on in order for us to be sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying? So just to see you go through what you went through and still have the strength and the determination to keep moving, like, that is amazing because there's so many people who cannot do that. So many people say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, or, I got a hot 16, or, I got money to pay for it. That's cool, but it's what's inside of there and what's up here that counts. You know what I'm saying? So I salute you definitely for having that strength to just keep going, So just to talk about that struggle a little bit, how are you homeless and still thinking in the back of your mind, all I want to do is sing?
I was left at age 17 in college. I mean, in high school, whatnot, and finna graduate high school, finna go to college. I was recruited heavily, but my test scores weren't good enough, and this, that, and the third. I mean, as black men, we have to be a certain, but it was a struggle. Like we got it from the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a country boy. I mean, I was born in Cleveland, but in the country, Demaryius Thomas, who played for the Denver Broncos, Eric Walden, who I look up to when I was in high school. I was a freshman when he was a senior. Like, I touched the football the first night at age 9. I mean, ninth grade, And since then, like, Eric told me, like, listen, it's your time to shine. You got to separate yourself from the rest. What makes you different? What makes you better than whoever? Because you have to be better than your opponent. Don't be cocky. Be humble. When you be humble, you can get further in life. But it's a struggle. I worked so long without a team, to the point where God put people in your life for a reason. Working without a team is like, it'll teach you how to respect it more.
Absolutely.
I mean, working without money, doing free shows, Young LA, Young Ralph, Gucci, Jeezy, T.I., Young Ralph. I mean, just doing free shows, being the only R&B artist that can walk up in the club full of rappers and turn it out.
Shut it down.
Because of what I have inside. Like, music is my life. This is what I do. I pray first, I sing second. But it's the struggle. It makes you appreciate life a whole lot more than someone saying, okay, listen, I got $1 million for you. Okay, well, those people that you just giving $1 million to, they're only making one hit because of the fact they're not humble. They get where they need to be, and they haven't had to work for nothing. I work for everything I've had. I got everything I'm going to have. God is blessing me tremendously with people who are positive, people who are going to do the right thing. That's hard to find because I'm 25. My generation is like beyond love. Like, they don't believe in God. They don't pray. Like, God is love.
Here,
Yeah, this is, without him, you're not breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand why you're here. You got to understand you have a purpose. Once you understand who you are as a person, there's nothing God won't do. Nothing. So, I mean, I could talk all day. I'm a book.
I mean, it's just real though, you know. And I mean, we haven't even got into the music yet. You know what I mean? If you're not already, like he said, invested into yourself and knowing who you are, because anybody can tell you a star,
Yeah.
but if you don't believe it, if you don't see it, then you're not gonna go with the necessary steps to do what you got to do in order for that light to shine. So, you know, again, just commending you for staying focused, and you know, like you said, you got to go through it to get through it. And I know what it's like to build and not have a team and not have people around, you know. So I get it. Like, we could talk about this all night long, but you know, yeah, like, I mean, shout out to the teams. Like, people don't understand, like, all of this, I'm self-made and I did it by myself. You didn't do that by yourself, because if you were mother, somebody had to watch the kids while you was, you know, in the studio. If you were father, somebody had to watch the kids. Somebody had to go to work. Somebody had to do something in order for you to get to where it is that you at. So, you know, it's definitely a big thing for us, especially here at ShayStar.com, that you appreciate the people that God has placed in your life. Even if it's just for a season, you got to be able to understand what was supposed to be taken out of that, and you take that and use it for the next situation. But we're not going to get too deep. Because we can, yeah, but you know, I just need people to understand it's deeper than rap. You know, they say that all the time. It's deeper than this music, and I just need for my people, my generation, because I'm part of that same millennium mindset. Like, this stuff don't happen overnight. This microwave society that y'all think that we living in, it's not. And if you're not willing to give, you sure as hell ain't gonna receive. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. I don't care how hot your bars is. I'm just saying. So let's talk about the music.